box too. Hey.
Woo! Welcome back to the Max Saturday night with Brian. We are back. My channel's not dead yet. I might end it. This might be it. We have 4 viewers. Let us know you're here. Donovan, I'm never blocking you again because you're so consistently a viewer. You just never actually thumbs up the video. I know because it's never thumbs up when you're there. And Clickbait. And Dundo. I love Dundo. This is not a new intro. Brian made this intro. It's one of my favorites. He actually told me I need to replace it. And I'm like, no, I don't care.
I wanted to work on it.
I don't care if it says Poindexter Pantheon. I don't care. That's how it started.
Aged platform.
Yeah. You have to help us out because I am so busy offline touching grass that I don't even know what the news is. I know Warner Brothers is having some issues. They're trying to get sold, but I don't know if that necessarily qualifies for good news. I do know Star Wars. Should I go a little bit bigger screen here? I think I may owe Kathy Kennedy some apologies, not all apologies, but some, because if the rumors to be true, Bob Iger really effed up a lot. And she took a lot of the brunt of it, which people told me, but I didn't believe. Now I'm starting to believe it. But I don't know. These are all rumors. But I will give, for one thing, if what he is saying, Donovan is saying clickbait, if it's true, but at least help us with 5 topics. I do not know 5 topics this week. It is reliant on the chat to give us 5 good entertainment topics here. But what we're talking about here, let me bring this up. Well, did you hear about this, Brian, for one thing? The project that, darn it. Let me bring this up. The Search for Ben Solo project. Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, yes. Let me bring up an article.
I haven't been paying attention at all either, so anything we talk about is going to be news to me.
So if this is true, it's not Kathy that screwed up. Star Wars and Disney Star Wars actually let down sequel trilogy fans, the fans that love the sequel trilogy, because this would have gone over so well. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Here's a legit article. Will you accept Variety, chat? Will we accept Variety as a source?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So here, did I hear that Zack Snyder and James Gunn played a friendly game of butt tag? I hope that's true.
What's butt tag?
Larry, I don't whatever they want to do together. I'm not judging them. I have no idea. Okay, we got a few super chats. Okay. Rational, I'll get to yours, but I want to cover this one too. Connor Dorian, Charlie Manx, 6,004, $5. Welcome to Dairy Premieres on HBO. Yes, I do want to see that. I definitely want to see that. We may have some friends over to watch it all together next Saturday, November 1st. I think it'll be out by then. I might just wait till then. But here is the article. That's the Twitter. I see how rusty I am. I'm sorry. Please help me out. Please help us out.
It's not like riding a bike or anything, man. It's difficult.
Okay. Steven Soderbergh, who is an industry vet, was working on a project, and the rumors are that it was when it's far along the line as to have location set up, pre-production, casting, all that, and Iger wouldn't greenlight it.
Really?
And Steven Soderbergh couldn't talk about it. Now he can. I guess the weird thing is all these projects, they're probably under NDAs even for potential projects that don't get announced, and they can't talk about it when things fall through. So it's really odd that Steven Soderbergh is talking about now. I'm assuming, without reading the article, that the reason he's talking about it now is because his NDA expired, right?
More likely, yeah.
He said he couldn't talk about it, but now he can. Now it's weird that he would bring this up now. He really wanted to talk about it, apparently. Like if people were under NDA, were working with Disney, honestly, my speculation is it would be a rare occasion that Steven Soderbergh would really want to cozy up to his big IP film. And this is probably why some of the greats just stay away from IP stuff, like the big IP stuff, because this stuff happens. The other reason that I heard that they didn't, besides not greenlighting it, they did not want to give him final cut. Now, people might spin it that Max wants to give every director final cut. No, but if you're an industry vet and a sought-after director, I would give them final cut, even on a big IP film.
Well, that's why, they're almost incompatible having a big name director do an IP thing at this point. You know what I mean?
And that's
they're so
everyone that wants
top down.
Everyone that wants the Snyderverse restored. Okay, I always said even if they could come up with the money after what happened to Zach, I would doubt that they could ever come to an agreement on the final cut. And he would be super conspiratorial towards any big studio, right? Because of what happened to him.
Of course.
So even if they could come with all the actors lined up, all the funds, I doubt that they could come to a final cut agreement between Warner Brothers and Zach, even if all the other stars aligned. But it's still not impossible. I just don't think it's going to happen.
It'll never happen.
Well, I don't think you're right in saying that, but it's, anything could happen, but that would be the biggest hurdle. So they would not give Steven Soderbergh final cut for the Hunt for Ben Solo, one of the most successful characters of the sequel trilogy. Haters of the sequel trilogy and lovers of the sequel trilogy can probably both agree on what's this actor's name? Kylo Ren? Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Both the character and the actor are the best, some of the best of the sequel trilogy. Do we all agree on that?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And honestly,
not as good as Rey, but we're good.
What about Rey?
Rey's the fucking queen of the next of the sequel trilogy, man. She's the best.
No, Rey is very popular, but if you were going to put Rey and Kylo, I think Kylo would be more popular, honestly. That people would want to see a story, especially because Rise of Skywalker, Kylo doesn't make it.
All that, and it just wasn't very good.
Yeah. So Hunt for Ben Solo. And Rational Skeptic has become a YouTube member. Thank you, Rational. I appreciate the support. Still not coming back to Xbox. Screw Microsoft. I regret getting Brian a Xbox. I wish we got you a PS5. No, I'm just kidding.
I love the Xbox. I don't regret it.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I haven't had Game Pass in months, but
Yeah. No,
I
I
decided.
canceled it right when they increased. I'm not doing
Well, I
it.
decided to purchase my games instead,
Mhm.
the ones that I wanted to play, because I realized like I wasn't going through like all the 200 games they had available.
Mhm.
I was only playing like the same 5 or 6 games every time, anyways. So I just figured about buying it instead.
Listen, out of everything that Microsoft has done, RJ, and I forgot I didn't send the link to anyone else. Now that I mean, I will send it now, but everyone be chill when you come in. If you come in, we're gonna have fun tonight because I have to head to the lake still. That is a good thing that's happening at Microsoft. Probably the only good thing. More people paying Halo, Forza, and Gears of War. Absolutely. And I think the way AAA is going and the way studios are going out of business, anything that helps studios stay in business is a good thing for me. I like console exclusives, but let's be real. The younger generations, what they say consistently is there's not that younger gamers not everyone, but the trends are they don't care where they play the game. They just want to play the game. Whereas people that grew up the beginning of the consoles, when consoles started coming on the market in the 90s, early 2000s, they have that nostalgia. They want to support a platform. The younger generations don't seem to be have this. I'm trying to think of the word.
I mean, I don't think the market for consoles is going to go into the gen past Gen Z. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not loyal to a platform. They don't care.
No.
Accessibility and playing the game and having the game go move with them seems to be what the trend is.
We're talking about the tablet kids, okay? The ones that were raised on tablets and YouTube.
Yeah, accessibility. You take YouTube wherever you go. It's on your phone, it's on your computer, it's on your TV.
Yeah.
Phones have everything on them, Let me see.
I said last time we had a video game, the great video game debate. Try to say it. When you have a cell phone that works better than Nintendo
and the
Switch,
first thing that Microsoft has said in a long time, I still say F Microsoft, and I still cancel my Game Pass. But the thing they said this week is that Sony is not their competitor. They said movies and TikTok are their competitor. And if you think about the younger generations, they're not wrong. Just like the movie industry has to realize it's never going to be as good as it once was. Like Brian's been saying, you can't close Pandora's box. Streaming opened a lot of accessibility, and a lot of different viewers that still support the industry will wait for streaming now. Doesn't matter what. They just like that option. Theaters can be annoying. They're expensive. People won't shut up at the theater. You don't have to use gas and stuff to get there. Brian, you were so happy to pay your money for Superman to watch it at home.
Yep.
And that's
I paid the same amount.
Yeah. And that, people that want to do that, you don't ever chastise the customer. If the customer likes a certain thing, there's more options now, So you're never you're never closing that. Streaming is a thing, but now there's so much different entertainment that was not there in the 90s and early 2000s. There's so many entertainment options, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You're all competing for you're in the entertainment bucket. You're all competing for eyes.
Okay, here's what I find myself doing sometimes, and I know it's pure brain rot, but whatever. Okay, I will have something going on the TV, like a TV show. Okay, like I've been watching Top Gear a lot lately, for example. Okay, I'll be playing a game on my phone while the TV show's on, or I'm playing a game on my computer, or I'm scrolling on, Instagram looking at reels, or YouTube looking at shorts while I'm watching something else. So it's like, when we want to talk about entertainment, it's like, dude, my attention is divided 3 ways.
Yeah.
At that point in time.
And
none of which are like, hey, let's get up and go spend $30 at a theater for a basic ass experience.
Yeah.
or there's a loud kid next to me banging his freaking little tray table, and his parents not doing anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
That was what movie was that? Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
I got
Oh, say happy
trash
birthday to
seats for that one.
Auntie. So, Chubby Teddy has an interesting question. We're getting close to Predator Badlands release, which I am going to see in theater. Which Predator film is the most savage?
The original?
I have to rewatch the original. I actually
The original. Why? Because of freaking the savagery of the Jesse the Body Ventura.
Well, I actually go back and there's a special place in my heart for Predator 2 now, which I didn't like it at first.
I haven't watched Predator 2 in forever.
Yeah.
It's the first Predator, man, all day long.
With Danny Glover, and that was when Lethal Weapon was really good, and it was very interesting.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
But I think my favorite Predator, even though I like Prey a lot, is Predators with Adrian Brody. And they have the same one. I actually really enjoyed that one just for the action. It wasn't the best story or anything. I just really like that one. And Rational Skeptic, $2. Nintendo is the only one with exclusives now. No, Sony still has exclusives.
It's because they freaking
they go to PC too.
Held on to that Mario Brothers rights, man. They're like, that is fucking ours.
Well, that proves with the industry and Hollywood or Nintendo is proving both Hollywood and the other big platforms to be fools because they develop games with less visual quality. They always sell out.
Okay.
They really treat their IP, and they've shelved movie or games.
Well,
and they don't oversaturate their games. They don't release.
It's the Atari effect. You know what happened with Atari, like in the late, early '80s or whatever, or early to mid '80s, is that there are Atari games, but there were third-party people making Atari games.
Mm-hmm.
So Nintendo was like, nah, fuck that.
Nintendo seal quality. Yeah,
they kept everything in-house, and that's been like that since day one. I think that's why Nintendo's where they are, is because they've never let anybody else throw their lot.
Yeah, think of like if Activision owned Mario Brothers and Mario Brothers sold that much, they would have a Microsoft Mario game every single year, a 2D Mario game. Maybe that's a bad example. Nintendo still does have too many Mario games, but they're all pretty good.
But what I'm saying is the amount of the certain IP that they have has been their IP since the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And or even some of the 70s. Like, it's just they when you get like those bigger companies, you get too many cooks in the kitchen. Everybody's trying to throw you got a pot of food there and it's delicious, but everybody tastes it and it's like, oh, it needs more salt. Oh, it needs more salt. Oh, it needs more salt. Next thing you know, it's salty as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened to all these other companies. It's what happened to Sega. It's what happened to all of them. It is crazy how Nintendo's kind of stood the test of time.
Well, they've kept
even
though they have practices that they overcharge their customers, they still really protect their IP way more than other companies do.
And not only that, but I think Nintendo's always been a symbol for quality. Because I don't think they've ever really put out a bad console.
No. Well,
even though
they have
fucking good.
The Virtual Boy.
That was cool. That was ahead of its time. Don't get me wrong. It gave people headaches, and there was like only 3 games on it. I remember playing it when it was on the display counter at Sears. But like, I feel like Nintendo's never really put out a bad product.
Actually, I think their worst one was the Wii.
Really?
Besides Wii Sports,
I think the Wii was the most ubiquitous console there for a while.
I really enjoy the
boomers
Wii.
Love the Wii.
I really enjoy the Wii, but I think their best games are all right before and after the Wii.
Yeah. Well, I think they stopped doing a lot of third-party stuff with the Wii. Like, I didn't like EA kind of drop out. They stopped making football games and stuff like that for a while. And it was
like the GameCube had much better Nintendo game first-party library than the Wii. Even
Oh,
though
absolutely.
I
But
love Wii Sports, and
one
I'm
of the
not
reasons
against
why I
personal.
gave up on the Nintendo GameCube was that about 3/4 of the way through their run, right before the next console was to come out, they cut off all that stuff. So like games from like certain games from EA that I loved playing for a really long time, and they just went away.
Mhm.
Some
My
of that was EA's fault. Like with baseball, they lost the license.
yeah.
Okay, and with NASCAR, they lost the license. But still, I love playing those games. Dude, Nintendo GameCube NASCAR Race for the Chase 2005 is still to this day one of my favorite NASCAR games
Oh,
ever.
really? I gotta
Ever, ever, ever.
I gotta
It
hunt that down.
that game is so fucking cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's got Kevin Harvick on the cover. I it was when I first moved in with my dad. My dad was a huge NASCAR fan, and what we did was we watched every Sunday, drinking beer, green flag pops, green flag drops, that pop tops. You know what I mean? Or that top pops, like referring to beer, ladies and gentlemen, referring to beer. But yeah, that game was one of my favorites. They lost the license to NASCAR in 2006. So 2007, I had to get a game or Xbox 360.
Mhm.
That was the first time I played a NASCAR game.
All right.
On a
Well, yeah,
fancy-
let recommend someone the 360. And that's my favorite console to collect right now is the 360 because it's still
man.
very affordable.
The thing was such a turd though, man. Because like I went through like 4 of
Well,
those.
I had the launch console that eventually failed, and they extended the warranty, and I sent it in, and as soon as I got it back, they just announced the second model, so I traded it in and got the second model, and then I haven't had any problems.
I got it before the hard drive came out,
Yeah.
the one that slapped onto the top. So I had no storage. I couldn't do reverse compatibility. So like when I first got the 360, I thought it was going to be so cool, but it actually ended up being a pain in the ass. I didn't have internet where I was, so like for me getting stuff like that had to consisted of going to the grocery store and buying the Xbox magazine,
Mm-hmm.
playing the demos, and then
Yeah.
getting the updates from the demos
Yes.
because they would have the reverse compatibility software updates on those.
Yeah.
Helldivers
I
2
love
on
that.
Xbox.
Well, yeah, let's get to Rational's super chat here. $5. Thank you for all the support, everyone, tonight. Rational. RJ, I don't know where you're at. I sent you a link. I don't know if Anthony can't make it because of Auntie's birthday party, and everyone else doesn't even know my channel's alive anymore. So thank you for showing up with Helldivers 2 on, and we should be back next Saturday, but it's probably gonna be later. Is that all right? 10 p.m. Because we have friends coming over.
That's fine.
Helldivers 2 on Xbox and Halo on PS5, and rumors of Spider-Man also coming to Xbox. Looks like exclusives are a thing of the past.
They should be. I'm sick of fucking exclusives, but I mean that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when it comes to PC, there's no such thing.
Yeah, I mean besides Nintendo, I don't care that Nintendo wants because they're successful.
They do their own thing. They stay in their lane. They don't get any bigger than they should. They know their market. Like good on them. Like that's why I don't fault Nintendo for being Nintendo. Like it's these other companies that are like, you know, fly by night organizations. It seems like, you know, especially
I sent you one
Microsoft.
to Wadia. Yeah, I did send it to him. Okay. But yeah, Nintendo deserves, and they're starting to make a Nintendo movie universe too. Why would they want to go on other platforms, you know?
Yeah. No, it's just they've got a good thing going right now. The best thing to do is just keep their foot on the gas and they'll be the tortoise that
Honestly,
wins.
if Microsoft did bow out, then Nintendo could go high power console and compete with Sony again. But
I
I don't
doubt
think
it.
they need to. Yeah.
I don't think they should. I think they should stick with what they're doing. The handheld to television connection seems to be the way of the future.
Mhm.
So it's that seems a lot better, in my opinion.
Ghost Bumble says the PS3 was the better console back then. I disagree. I
It was
like
also the last console to come out too.
I like the PS3 because I had the fat one that plays all PS2 and PS1 games. I still have my launch one. I paid $599 US to get it.
I got it
But
for
the
199.
360 games usually work better because even though the PS3 was more powerful, because the 360 was widely adopted, they developed first for 360 and then ported it to PS3 and had all kind of issues. And 360 brought in Xbox Live and achievements and things like that. They did a lot of things first. So
That's one of the things I loved
Thanks a
about
lot, Ian.
Xbox 360.
Well, hello there, Max. It's been a very long time.
yes. I'm not a PC. I'm not a PC. And a lot of younger people are PC. My wife's PC. You know, a lot of people I know love PC. I like the console experience. I like to support the console curated experience. But again, younger generations, the trend seems to be just give me my games where I want to be
Well, it's
and
like
accessibility.
It's all about this. It's all about PlayStation Nation, baby.
Yeah.
I got well, my Xbox is basically a Fire Stick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's older ones that like it too, Ghost. I wasn't trying to say if you're older you don't like PC. I'm just saying the trends
42.
younger
on
and younger
PC.
generations seem to be more leaning towards mobile and PC.
Well, not only that, but I'm not loyal. Like I've never stumped for a company. Like I've stumped for teams. I feel like that's a little bit different. Okay, because it's sports as opposed to like stumping for like Microsoft or Sony. Like
Are you saying like the Dodgers winning?
fuck the
baseball?
Dodgers.
Oh, I don't pick teams. Just like I'm not DC or Marvel. I wasn't.
Well,
Xbox,
that bugs me
Sony,
when
or
people do
Nintendo.
that with companies when they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, well, screw Xbox, blah 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 blah."
No,
And it's like, dude,
I want them
who
all to
gives
be
a shit?
successful.
To me, there's no difference between the two. Like,
I love deciding what games I want for each console because I usually had multiple consoles.
I mean, if it's just the games that are available, that's not enough for me to be like, oh, that's not enough to sway me either way. But like, I feel like the performance is no different than honestly the Xbox One.
Daryl Taylor says stop wanting everything to be a competition. It's getting annoying.
That too.
Well, I compare things. It's just talking.
Let things be. Let things be. You know what I mean? And that's why that's what I'm saying about Nintendo. They let things be. They just kind of like they're not trying to fight. No, they stayed out the console wars. They're like, yeah, we did that shit in the '90s. We're good. We're the original console war. Remember Genesis does.
But the thing is with I'm sorry, with Xbox now saying they're bringing Halo to PlayStation, it's changing the game, so to say, right? Because for Xbox IPs being on PlayStation, it means everyone can play it then, right? And there potentially could be a cross play thing, like they did with Gears of War. Gears of War Reloaded, I bought that on PlayStation, and it's cross play. So I think that's pretty cool that they did that. But I think Fable's the next one up. I've been hearing rumblings on that.
That's great. I mean, listen, people aren't happy on Xbox, but they still want to buy the games. Go right ahead. Yeah. I don't care. Like, why would after people? I have an interest. I have exclusive speculation here. Exclusive speculation. Now that, let me give. Why are you shaking your head already? You didn't even hear me out.
No, because I knew this was going to be brought up.
No. You didn't know shit. You didn't know anything. No, you did not. You don't even know what I'm going to say, and you acted like you do. No.
Yes,
I'm saying, if the rumors are true, Kathy's connected, and I will give a slight apology to Kathy if the rumors are true from all these articles coming out that Iger would not greenlight this, and Iger would not give Steven Soderbergh the final cut for the Search for Ben Solo movie. And honestly, if you look at Kathy's track record with what she did with Andor and the director of Andor, what's his name? She let him do whatever he wanted with Andor. Yeah, Tony Gilroy. You know? So she seems to I apologize to you, Kathy Kennedy, if you would have given Steven Soderbergh final cut, and the only reason that the Search for Ben Solo did not happen was Bob Iger, and I think it's absolute BS. But at the same point, we're in a part of Hollywood where sometimes things come out like, why is Steven Soderbergh talking about this now? Did his NDA expire? What's going on with Kathy? Because there's one movie, Mandalorian Grogu's definitely coming out.
Mhm.
There's another movie that's filming, and
Mhm.
she wants to do a Rey movie. And then Acolyte season 2 was canceled.
We still
And
got the Starfighter.
could this be a manufactured thing by the industry itself to get a groundswell movement for a Ben Solo film? Let's go to Brian first. Is there a possibility of that?
No.
Because there's a fan.
As
There's
a Star
movement.
Wars fan, I don't really have much interest in this. I'm kind of over the sequel era at the moment.
Okay.
I wish they would.
But the people that love the sequel trilogy would be.
Oh, I'm sure people love Ben Solo. I don't think that there's no such thing as a good groundswell movement with Star Wars fans. I think they gave that up a while ago because they realized
There's a lot of traction with this
there's-
now, but you're like, everyone's saying that's stupid.
well, yes, that's the
Even
one
people
thing
that hate the sequel trilogy.
but
Are
that's
like,
what I'm saying is that like what it's stupid that he won't get the final cut.
no, it's stupid that they didn't greenlight the movie.
Oh,
They don't. They're not. They're.
I don't know, dude. How many times do you come on here and complain that Kathy Kennedy announces something, and then a year and a half, 2 years later, it never comes. Nothing happens.
Yeah, but
So,
so people are saying it's stupid for two reasons. Even
this is the opposite of what we've experienced.
Even the people that dislike the sequel trilogy are like two things. Kylo Ren's one of the coolest characters in the sequel trilogy. Even people that dislike the sequel trilogy recognize Kylo Ren's a pretty cool character.
He's dead. I don't want an older Adam Driver playing a younger Adam Driver.
I understand this. The second is the people that have criticisms both for the sequel trilogy and against it, getting a top A-list director to develop a project and not greenlighting it is another.
See, here's what I was saying this earlier. I think it's not a good thing for a big name director to step into one of these factory movies. Okay, like these movies can run themselves without a director, literally. You know what I mean? Like, especially like Marvel. I'm gonna use Marvel as a perfect example.
That's why we're getting what we're getting.
You're not going to get. Well, I get that's why I call it a factory movie. It's like pumping out a Ford. You're going to get a Ford. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
After a while, you get tired of Fords.
So I'm going to bring this up, right? The fact that I don't know if you saw this on social media. The Star Wars fan made a banner saying, "Bring back the hunt for Ben Solo." Right. As soon as video was put out there, the Disney account on YouTube posted a clip from the Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
So I don't know if Disney is starting to realize they made a mistake.
That's why I said if they bring it back, it could be a manufactured campaign because the industry is in on these things too. When you make the fans think that you're doing something for them, that's an easy win. Just like I think the Sonic thing was manufactured. I think they knew that was garbage and people were going to get upset, or they realized and then they went with it. Some of these things it's manufactured fan engagement and outrage and engagement. So, but do you think even if they don't make the Ben Solo do you think this also helps Kathy get this out there? Because Kathy has a lot of friends at Variety and a lot of friends at the outlets. She only does exclusive interviews with most of these outlets. Probably Variety was the last time I saw an interview with her. Do you think that Steven Soderbergh is coming out with this on his own now because of the NDA? Do you think Kathy doesn't have a solid extension right now? Do you think this helps by getting shade on Iger? This story really does not help Iger right now and it helps Kathy more.
Well, it doesn't help both, actually, in my opinion.
It doesn't what?
It doesn't help both.
It puts Kathy in a better light that she was getting this, the gears and the wheels greased, and that the only reason it didn't happen is Iger.
Well, I think that's probably one of the biggest problems. I think, maybe Kathy Kennedy, instead of trying to find like these big name directors, You know, maybe she should have been giving people their starts.
Well, she did that too.
No.
But
I
like,
actually think it makes me rethink about every project that fell through. Did Geiger do this multiple times, or was it Kathy's fault?
Well, you could look, if you really hate Kathleen Kennedy, you could say that Bob Iger's just taking the bullet for her this time.
I don't know.
No, but I feel-
I used to like Iger, but he's made some decisions recently where I've second guessed every
Well,
take I had on him.
They're dealing with a lot of problems. The change in media.
Yeah.
They've overplayed their hand so much that they have to pull it back, but it's hard. I mean, like, when was the last successful thing they've done?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I guess you can consider Rise of Skywalker success because it made $1 billion, but like, from a Star Wars fan, I hated that movie.
Yeah.
I've only seen it like 3 times, and for a Star Wars, that's night and day compared to like Return of the Jedi. I couldn't even tell you how many times I've seen that movie. That movie's awesome. But
no, but yeah,
the
go
big
on.
name directors come with big egos, okay,
Mhm.
and they want things their way. Which, in my opinion, if you're stepping into a franchise, you need to set your ego at the door as a director. To a point. It's not your show, it's their show. You're just running the wheels.
I understand the studios wanting to control the product because of its a big IP and there's so much money involved. But
You've
I
got
think
billions of dollars involved.
you're
going to have some smart mouth director ruin your shit.
I
don't think so.
I think once you hire a director, you should let, within reason, and that line is going to be different for everyone. You should let them do what they want.
Of course, but I'm just saying, like,
story.
to expect certain things like a final cut of a movie when it's not your. Okay, George Lucas, cool. He gets final cut. You want to know why? Because he came up with Star Wars. Okay, like he's the reason why we're having this debate right now at all.
But Steven Soderbergh is an IP in himself, unlike some directors.
That's my other point. Is these big name directors are IPs all in themselves. You think Christopher Nolan's going to direct a Star Wars movie?
If he did, you would give him final cut.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it's
right.
No, you don't have Picasso paint a fucking, you know, you don't have a famous artist paint shit. You know, like I guess they would do that now. It'd be some postmodern garbage, but I'm just saying, like you don't go to the Louvre and see the gold plated poop in the main you know.
I can't believe you compared that. I can't believe you compared that.
Well, let's see. Let's see what this after would-be Adam Driver revealed the project interview with 8p on Monday. The Ocean's 11 director took to Blue Sky to write he did not enjoy hiding the project from fans, but emphasized the importance of keeping it under wraps.
Well, maybe I'm glad because we didn't have to have people demand that it come out.
Actually, people
on Friday, he added, also in the aftermath, I asked Kathy Kennedy had ever turned in a finished movie script for green light to Disney and had it rejected. She said, no, this was a first. Oh.
Yeah, this was the first Disney film. Sorry, Star Wars.
No. She's saying this is the first time she had it rejected. A finished movie script.
No, but this is the first Star Wars film under the Disney era that Disney scrapped.
Okay, with the finished script.
With the finished script, yeah. This is the first time ever.
Without a script altogether. First, I think Rise of Skywalker was not finished, and they greenlit that. Okay, the hunt for
they had to get that one out the door. Yeah. They just squeezed that one out the tube.
Was set to take place after the events of Rise of Skywalker. It might have made that movie better. It would have followed Driver's Kylo Ren, Ben Solo on a search for redemption. Driver called the unmade film one of the coolest projects he'd ever been a part of. Shout out to Adam Driver for saying that. He's not towing any line.
Having a sense of humor about it all.
Yeah. I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I'm just sorry the fans won't get to see it. On Friday, Collider reported that a group of Star Wars fanatics paid for a plane towing a banner reading "Save the Hunt for Ben Solo." They got their idea from the Snyder Cut fans.
Yeah, I told you.
No more fan movements.
Listen, this is why I would, but because I am the most unbiased. Not 100% unbiased is impossible.
Disclaimer.
But I am the most
asterisk.
unbiased on YouTube and brutally honest. And I added underrated too. I'm the most underrated, unbiased, and brutally honest YouTuber
Who's never
this
on.
platform.
Who's never on YouTube?
Who's never? Well, that's why I'm unbiased. I'm not here.
Yeah, you can't be on here to be biased.
Everybody knows where your bias is.
No.
Max.
So I would normally support this, but because of my goal to stay as the most unbiased I can be, I am not going to carry the Ben Solo hashtag, which I normally would. I would normally
with
say
fan
release the
movements.
mackerel. No, I used
Down
to
with
support
fan
them.
movement.
I used to support them all.
They suck. They all suck.
No, they don't.
They're all
suck.
cringe now, dude. They're all cringe.
No,
I'm done.
No.
Fan movements are stupid and lame.
no, I do not think that. But
Okay.
I cannot join your forces. I am an independent thinker completely. I'm not joining any cult or fandom or anything.
Neither am
So
I.
basically,
I just
basically,
denounced
Max
them
is
in
saying.
general. I said they're
Basically, Max is saying the force isn't strong with him. That's what he's.
No,
trying
the
to
force
say.
is
No,
very
everything
strong
Max
with
is
me,
saying is a weaker version of what
but
I'm
I would
saying.
not join the Jedi or the Sith. I'd be a gray Jedi if you want to, if I was force sensitive, I wouldn't join any. That's what I'm saying. Right?
This is crazy.
All right. As a reporter for the Out was able to take pictures of the stunt while on location. So is the hunt for Ben Solo the next release the Snyder Cut movement?
Yes.
No.
No. Just because you don't want it to be, Brian.
No, it's because fan movements are stupid. Okay, they have a lifespan. Okay, once you get what you want, then what do you get? It's like the mouse gets the cookie. Then what? You gonna give him a glass of milk, and what happens when you don't get the glass of milk? You're gonna bitch for 4 years.
Stop. Speak. Come on, corner. You're bringing that up from the corner.
Nah, he Max would have been a freaking like rum runner or something like that.
I just wanted to see a complete story. Is
One
my
of the
issue
guys
not with
chained
the
up in the back of
my
freaking
issue
Jabba's
is not
palace.
isolated to the Snyder Cut. I hate that Hollywood just abandons things, and that's why I think consumer confidence is broken and people don't embrace stuff. Sometimes people don't start watching until things get to the second, third season. I'm not going to invest my time with that. It might not make a season 2, and you can't blame them, can you?
I find myself not being able to sit through like a freaking half-hour TV show anymore.
And Cal is here saying, "I can never be a Jedi. I don't want to be a Jedi." I would totally be like Anakin, except for killing younglings part.
No, you'd be one of the dudes chained up in the back of Jabba's palace. You know, be like freaking what's his face?
He's forgotten the name. He's forgotten the name.
I know, dude. For shame.
Rational actually provided our top 5 today, we're just gonna play some flick. We're just gonna play some flick chart because I have we'll try to get back.
I did have.
Oh, we're not doing top 5. Yeah, no.
We're not doing no, but I had a topic that we could talk about, right?
Yeah.
Which is
honestly, I prefer this over the top 5. It shoots the shit.
Yeah.
That way we don't do the stupid ass. Everybody's got to get their stupid 2 cents in, and then
I already fixed that with the polls.
Hurry up and get it in. I don't like top 5 as half of the creative direction of this show.
All right.
No, but
Rational's top 5
to the
Rational provided the top 5 to the max for October 25th, 2025. Rational's top 5 Star Wars news. Number 1. Number 2, no more exclusives for Xbox and Sony, at least, which could be a good thing. Number 3, Shelby Oaks release. Number 4, Peacemaker finale. And number 5, DC Salvation run in comics. Thank you, Rationals. Top 5 for To the Max, keeping the tradition alive no matter what Brian says.
Oh, jeez.
We had a top 5 tonight.
And Rational Skeptics.
In name only.
Okay, this is an interesting topic because I will say this. I don't care what Brian says. I don't care what the chat says. I think anything is possible, but I still don't think the Snyderverse is going to return. And I still don't think that you get rid of James Gunn if you go through another merger. The reason would be
he's only made one fucking movie.
No. But but listen, there's also I was going to make a topic on it. I'll make it right now. Whether you like it or not, I'm not having this, but general public may have some gun fatigue. The
What is that
tone,
supposed to mean?
Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker. We saw what the new DC is like. It's not everyone's cup of tea, even if you're, and people might say, you don't like it because you're a Snyder bro. No, there's other people that just don't get Gunn's framing of the way he
Sense of
does things and his
humor.
sense of humor. They just don't like it. And I'm talking about my wife and other friends that I have off of YouTube, just like, Peacemaker's not my thing. Creature Commandos isn't my thing. Superman, it was just another superhero movie. Like I asked people to go to Superman, and they also were like, okay, it's just not a super. It wasn't life-changing for them. We are in the bubble here. So all the projects we've had now are very gun focused, the gun show, and I'm okay with that. And they're successful enough to move forward. Okay. But there is a definite James Gunn fatigue going on, and it goes beyond just the Snyder Bros. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're probably
Just
not
like there
wrong.
was,
I mean,
just like there was Snyder fatigue.
I didn't really enjoy the last part of Peacemaker. Kind of fizzled
But
out.
no, I am the most unbiased. There was Snyder fatigue too, even though it was my jam.
So I have to
There was.
counteract. I have to counteract you. I have
I
to
have that
counteract
Snyder
you.
fatigue like a son
Yes.
of a bitch, dude.
Yes,
I do. I have to counteract you. Okay, as a DC fan, right?
Oh my god.
I can tell you, not everything I liked. Right, I didn't like the ending of Peacemaker. I think that was the final episode was not necessary, but
Don't spoil for me. Go ahead.
But anyway, but Creature Commandos was brilliant. I thought the animations was great, and I actually
I never
enjoyed
finished it.
Superman.
I was bored with it.
And I'm
I have a hard time
representing.
watching cartoons.
And yeah, I enjoyed Superman. And before you say, oh, you switch sides, blah blah blah, I'm a DC fan first,
We've heard
then
this.
then a Snyder fan.
I
right?
admonish people for that, dude. I thought it was really stupid that like they were straight up stumping for Snyder, and it's like, guys, are you a DC fan or are you a Snyder fan?
Okay.
Pick one.
Oh, I have an update on Snyder too.
Oh
That
yes,
I got to report.
yes,
Okay,
I know exactly
but
what you're talking about.
getting to Rational Skeptics, $2 super chat. Thank you again, Rational. Do I think Gunn is staying post merger? I would, even as a Snyder bro, I would keep him. If I bought Warner Brothers myself, which is never going to happen, it's not impossible, but I don't have, I could hit the lottery, whatever. It's for sale. I don't think I would get rid of James Gunn, because then you're going to restore the Gunverse, and you're going to split your fandom. The consumer confidence is gone if you just try to reboot it again.
I mean, I just dude, do you realize how ridiculous that sounds?
Also, you forgot to
am I
add,
wrong, Brian?
But you know what's going to
If they
stop
tried to
this merger?
reboot and put
If
someone
they
else in
tried to reboot this again,
you're going to
it's
lose
over.
a lot.
There is no more reboot. It's done. That's it.
Yes.
Say goodnight. You will not
You'll
see
get-
another superhero movie out of Warner
The only
Brothers for
reason
years.
Spider-Man came back,
It'll just be
because
Batman.
they put Marvel
That's it.
characters. Okay.
So
So
I gotta say something, right?
but I do still think there's gun fatigue.
Mhm.
But you also
It's-
have Lanterns and Supergirl coming up, and that's going to be the true test if this can move forward or not.
Clayface
Because
too.
There.
What
That's
do you
the
mean,
problem.
Brian?
No, dude, the thing is like, dude, I just said the nerd revolution's over, boys.
But if you have
We're not
gun
on top anymore. Like,
if you have gun fatigue, Supergirl was made by a different director. It's under James Gunn, and that's going to be the true test to me. Is if you think it's just too much of the gun show and that gun vibe, if Supergirl has its own unique vibe, then there's room to grow even more. But if it just feels like another gun show project, it's just, I think we're going to start to lose people. You're like, this just feels the same. I think we need a new, I think we got to get a new vibe that works within the gun framework, but it's different enough.
well, watch another movie that's directed by somebody else, and then have your opinion.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta say something. Okay, 3 things. Firstly, the Clayface, Supergirl, and Lanterns are not gonna have James Gunn influence at all. Right?
Get your ass on here if you're going to be so opinionated in the chat. Jesus fucking Christ.
So
Normies don't even know who James Gunn is.
So that's what I'm saying. So James Gunn is not going to be influenced the next 3 projects of DC Studios. Second thing,
He's got
the
influence, but not in control.
not in control. Yeah,
Not at the
So-
driver's seat.
not in the
Yes.
driver's seat. Yeah. So the second thing, the DGA and the WGA are trying to block the WB merger. I don't know if you know this, Max, but because of what's happening politically, that's the reason the WGA and the DGA and all of that, they're trying to step in to stop this merger from happening. And if that happens, if the blockage happens, it's best for business. Why? Why do I say it's best for business? Because then James Gunn, there's no pressure for James Gunn, and there's no pressure for DC because they can carry on continuously making films. And the same thing with WB side. The WB can carry on making a lot of good films like Sinners, Weapons, Formula One, those types of films that made them a lot of money, right? And I know that, and I think next year is going to be a critical year for DC. That's without a shadow of a doubt.
That's what I'm
But-
saying, Kings. Dude, seriously, you're gonna give them the money anyways because
Yeah, but I don't
care because it's industry jobs, and these multiverses have had limited success, and I want them to be, because it's also a lot of jobs.
but
And it's a lot of great content,
But
franchises
the thing is,
aren't dead.
what I'm,
franchises aren't
dude,
dead, no.
some dude, okay, just a random ass guy, in his 20s or whatever, fairly ambitious, slightly talented, has access to a webcam, can be more famous and more renowned
Mhm.
than anyone that we're talking about right now. Influencers on the internet have more sway than celebrities do. Okay? The dynamic has shifted.
Well,
It's like when they talk about like how there's no more leading ladies or anything like that, or leading men, because it's very true. You don't see that one movie star anymore. Like, where are the Brad Pitts of the world? You know what I mean? You see some people that do a few movies for a little bit there. They're hot for a few minutes, but they don't last. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. But I just think that, like, as a whole, the industry is getting taken over because of this.
Here's the thing, though. YouTube and social media personalities are very successful for what they are, but they don't provide the scale and entertainment value that a movie could provide, or like someone talking to the webcam is not,
What I'm saying is that people have that personality where there's people, you get people, Twitch streamers with how many people watching their live streams.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, I was gonna say this. I thank you for bringing this up, Brian, because I was actually gonna do a topic like, for instance, Jared Leto. They keep blaming him for ruining franchises. I think if you are going to be a star right now and you want your movie to be a success, the ones that are successful have to have good customer engagement, not be overly political, whether you think you have the right to or not, and have a presence directly with your consumer. The ones that are successful right now, I think they are fewer, like you're saying, Brian, but the ones that do have some success nowadays are very engaged in a positive way with their customers.
Well, absolutely, and you'll see them on social media doing that.
And like the directors that are successful have a strong presence and don't focus on the
actors and
stuff.
actresses that have YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And they should have been doing that from the day one.
And then the ones that are successful are not the ones that focus on the trolls. The ones that are go with the positive,
Jesus, CJH, it's gonna be all right, bud. Just calm down.
So
get off of X, brother. He left
Yes.
X for a day and then he came right back.
So I was gonna say this to you, Max and Brian, is what I'm looking at, like, across the board, because I'm not only watching DC films, I'm watching other projects too outside of DC, right? And like, for example, I think Tron, as an example, Tron Ares didn't do well because they took somebody's part out.
Here what I was gonna say.
In defense of Max, can I say this really quick before I lose my train of thought? Okay. We're not those guys, though. Okay. we're four dudes sitting around drinking a beer talking about a movie. None of us have ever pretended to be a part of the industry. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had people on stream before that have been a part of things and, you know, done various bits for the industry or whatnot, okay? But you know, at the end of the day, we're just four dudes sitting around talking about movies.
Here's what I would say, because
I think
people are saying,
that's a whole lot different than saying that I've never claimed to be an expert on anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about cars, I'm an expert in certain areas, but
here I would have saved. When
it comes to movies, dude, I'm a Sunday customer, bro. I go watch my 1 or 2 movies in the theater a year. Okay, I watch my TV shows when they come out, if they come out. You know, I remember not having a specific show that I'd wait to watch. I mean, I've gone through that quite a bit. Having to ask people, hey, what should I watch?
So people were blaming Jared Leto. Jared Leto has a band. He was popular a long time ago. He still looks good. He still can act. He's got some controversy around him. But I'll tell you what,
I'm right there with you, CJ. It's all over, but
he doesn't have a great social media presence with his with the general normie fans. If I was making Tron 3 and I wanted to be a success, if you have the same exact story and you put Jenna Ortega, and they both have to be females, but Jenna Ortega and Sydney Sweeney are doing something right. One's more left-leaning. Sydney Sweeney, you don't really know her politics. They think she's conservative. Who cares? She doesn't talk about it. They engage with their fandom. They have massive fan base, and they are 2 people working in the industry right now that will get your audience there on name alone because of their massive fan base.
Well, because they have a presence across all platforms.
Yes.
Sydney Sweeney is massive on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay. Massive.
All you would have to do, same exact story, put Sydney Sweeney in there instead of Jared Leto. Boom.
Would have been people underestimate the size of Instagram.
Sydney Sweeney's backbone.
Joseph, dude.
Yeah. Like Jenna Ortega, she seems to be more progressive. These are 2 examples. She has a massive fan base. You put her in a project. Boom.
She's also huge on Instagram.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Whether you like, and I'm not getting political, but whether you like our president now or not, the reason, beyond all the other things, if he's right on policy or not, the reason he is president right now is the other candidates are lacking in social media presence. The last successful Democrat that was really successful was Obama. And what did he do differently? Whether you liked him or not.
Social media like a sumbitch, though.
Yes. And this is, no matter what you do, social media can be a tool. You can be successful, but pick and choose what you do on social media.
I mean, he was the first, I'm going to use air quotes, quote unquote, president to engage with people on Twitter. Yes. I mean, I know it's not literally Obama writing stuff on Twitter, but
no,
you know what I mean?
And yes, Biden won, but it wasn't because of social media. It was because of other reasons.
It was because everybody hated Trump.
Yeah, and because we were just coming out of the pandemic.
Hate's a powerful motivator.
But yes, most of the time you are not going to win unless you are extremely prolific on social media.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And I think people need to realize that.
So the movie stars aren't dead either. Movie stars is not. You just have to. If you want to be successful nowadays,
you have to know where the audience is at,
and you have to engage them in a certain way.
Yes,
because and not piss off the other side. Jenna Ortega is progressive, but somehow she manages to walk a line where she doesn't piss off.
She doesn't. All you got to do is not say anything.
Well, she says things, but she picks and chooses where she still walks the line.
Just be strategic about what you say.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to say don't say anything.
No, I don't want to censor people either.
Be more strategic in a manner of speaking. No,
but you're working on IP films. You're working on big that does not just involve you. Yeah.
So another example who goes up above that line would be Rachel Zegler, right? She goes above that line, right? Politically.
Well, that's
Rachel Zegler pisses people off.
Here's the thing. That's kind of like the opposite, though. How did Rachel Zegler get her start? She got her start off of Instagram and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, like that's how she got her start. So it was kind of the opposite. Once she got to the top of the mountain, she was like, she didn't feel like I don't think she earned it because it wasn't the traditional route to the top. or to not the top, but the traditional route to fame. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, I get you.
And I think the backlash for that is that she's going back to the basics, which is theater, which is funny because it's a weird circle. You know what I mean? I think you got to put in certain industries, you got to put your licks in. You got to earn your stripes. You gotta act like you've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Max.
Well, I want to cover one more topic before we get some flick charting.
Yeah.
Now, Donovan made an accusation from the title of the stream. Qimir, Stranger, and Kylo are the first and last Knights of Ren confirmed. And he said, oh, again, Max with the clickbait. I have new info that this is from supplemental material. This is from a comic or something like that.
Well, there's
Qimir,
several Knights of Ren who have helmets very similar to Kymir's. So that type of stretch is really not that.
well, no, it says here, the Star Wars, the book, The Art of Acolyte reveals that if the series had progressed beyond season 1, Qimir the Stranger would have become the first Ren, founder of the Knights of Ren, which would have made the sequel trilogy better. Honestly,
I think any kind of context at this point would make the sequel trilogy better.
can
That's
you
why
imagine?
that's why the Mandalorian was so good, because it filled in some of that gap between Return of the Jedi and freaking The Force Awakens.
And even people that didn't like the Acolyte too, they still like the Stranger and Qimir. They think he was one of the best parts of the show.
Chimera was one of the best parts of that show.
Yeah. So
Same thing with
if
OSHA,
you had a way to link
Occupational
two of
Health
the
and Safety Association, OSHA.
two of the most successful and, might I add, the most simped for characters of the sequel trilogy, and simpage is a thing nowadays, especially on the edge of the internet. Simping for Qimir and Kylo, and you link them together, the Knights of Ren. If the Acolyte would have continued season 2, we might have got a Knights of Ren show. And what was one of the worst parts of Rise of Skywalker is they underdelivered on the Knights of Ren. They were like one scene.
The worst part of the Rise of Skywalker is Emperor Palpatine coming back.
Well, one of them. I'm saying one of the worst parts is they really talked up the Knights of Ren, right?
Oh yeah,
It's kind of like,
especially since it was J.J. Abrams' baby.
Yes. So this would have made things so much cooler and flow so much better.
I'm calling it, dude. From now on, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker will always be known as Star Wars Into Darkness.
Yes.
You're welcome. To those who get it,
this would have made it just like the Clone Wars animated show made the prequel trilogy better.
I didn't even care about that. Darth freaking Plagueis, man.
Yes.
And not only that, but within a time period where we could see a young Palpatine. That is one circumstance I would be okay with him returning.
So
if I got to hear his backstory.
So showrunner Leslie Headland states it was the design of the character as well as knowing that we were going to introduce Darth Plagueis, who has to end up with Palpatine as his apprentice, following the rule to a precept that limited the Sith to just 2 at any given time, a master and an apprentice. One way to keep it going was if the Stranger is the first Knight of Ren, part of a Sith-adjacent cult that we know eventually survives.
Well,
Good
I would
God,
like to
that
have
sounds
seen
cool.
that. I would have liked to have seen that split between him and Plagueis. Dude, you can't. That's the one thing that pissed me off about the show so much. And I understand that it wasn't never. They kind of really never intended it to have a second season, from what I understand. But anyways,
did you say that, CGH? I said this. He was Knights of Ren and was laughed at by who? Me?
You can't show us Darth Plagueis like that and not follow up with it.
Yeah. CGH, did I laugh at you?
It's the kind of blue balls I got after watching the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. I understand. We got Plagueis and we got Darkseid.
Uh-huh. In the flesh. Yeah. Although I feel like we're going to get Darkseid again. So just
quit anything, CJH. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, but that's let me send CGH a link for Flick Chart. I don't know if he's quitting on us again. I have no idea.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not wrong. It's dude, this is I haven't done this show. When was the last time we did it to the max, Max?
It's been at least a month.
Couple months maybe.
Right. You haven't. So you guys haven't seen about the Wolverine trailer or
Nah, I haven't been paying attention.
Get your
No.
ass in here, CJ. To be
Yeah, I've been
fair, it's
watching.
probably
I've been
about
watching food YouTube. I've been watching stuff that talks about how, like, why McDonald's and all these big fast food chains that have been like around forever are starting to fail, because it's like places like In
okay.
and Out are like 10 times better and almost already cheaper.
But
So
yeah,
like,
Max. So there was a Marvel's Wolverine trailer that dropped recently. I don't know if you saw that.
but that could also apply
yeah, that
to.
looks great.
But
Yeah.
what I just said there about fast food restaurants applies to the film industry as well.
Mhm. All right,
Interesting.
so flick chart. We'll play flick chart for like 20 minutes and call it night because I have to still go to the lake.
You're going to a
Anthony
lake?
Pumphrey. Yes, my how do
I
you
like
not
it
know
when we
this?
get movies from the same year. That's cool.
Member
see
for
here.
45 months. Wow,
Heath
thank you.
Ledger and what's her freaking name? I forgot her name.
Margot
Well,
Robbie?
Heather
Huh?
Graham. Heather Graham.
No, not Heather Graham.
Oh, Julia Stiles.
Yes, Julia Stiles.
This is Voltaire's favorite Heather Graham. He still thinks he's got a shot with her. Shout out to Voltaire. Keep him in your thoughts. He's I'm not revealing what's going on with Voltaire, but he's real life stuff he's dealing with. We wish him the best, and hopefully the mic drop will be back soon. And thank you, CJH, for joining us.
CJH, not Nostradamus, because I predicted that Knights of Ren.
I don't think that's to be fair, you don't deserve credit for that because that's an easy prediction.
I mean, if you make a lot of predictions that don't happen to come true, and if one of them does,
but the news is that they were
I'm like the Simpsons.
That was more predictable than saying the Predator and Alien. I kind of like, I don't think they're going to do that.
Possible that Simpsons have.
You were absolutely right there, and you were right again, CJH. But saying that Qimir looks like a Knights of Ren,
Jurassic Fever,
that's not a big stretch. The big news is that they were actually ready to go and make that movie, and Iger wouldn't greenlight it. So that was the news. But Austin
wait,
Powers,
are you saying that Bob Iger is the problem, not Kathleen Kennedy?
Are you
willing to admit that?
I said I may owe her a apology, not all apologies.
You might have to full screen that. I didn't hear.
I already did.
And the correct grammar on that's an apology, not apology. Come on now, dude.
All right, an apology, not all apologies. But she still had her part. But I put more of the blame on her than Iger, and I'm beginning to feel I was wrong.
I hate my mother, dude. She turned me into a grammar police.
Yeah.
Damn you, Max.
Shut up, Brian. Don't correct me.
I just did.
Yeah.
Anywho.
All right, so out of these two, I really like 10 Things I Hate About You, but it's nothing like Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. I love Austin Powers.
That's the funniest out of the trio, in my opinion.
I like the first one the best, but the second one's almost as good.
Dude, which one's the one where they're in the tent and the flashlight's in front of him, and he picks up the bag and starts dropping stuff, and it looks like it's coming out of his ass? That is hilarious. I don't know why. I think
they're both the same year.
So I would go Austin Powers. What would you go with, Taladia?
I'm going Austin Powers.
Okay, Brian.
The 10 things I hate about 10 reasons I hate think whatever. 10 things I hate about you. Had a good soundtrack. Kind of the time, that late angsty teenage 1990s. I was in high school when that movie came out. I'm still gonna go with Austin Powers. I can quote some of that movie to this day.
Mm-hmm.
It was the funniest stuff was like Rob Lowe playing number 2.
Yeah.
And the lack of, or Seth Green. I called it Preparation H.
Yeah. CJH, what are you going with?
10 Things.
Okay. Well, you lose.
You just had to go against the grain.
No, he's
Heath Ledger.
Ever see Austin Powers?
Heath Ledger's. You liked him?
All right. Let's see. We'll go with CJH first here.
8 Mile.
8 Mile or Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, CJH?
I actually never saw either of them.
That's what I was
8
thinking.
Mile.
You never seen Mom's Spaghetti? Oh, come on now.
I
I found out that he opened up a restaurant in Detroit called Mom's Spaghetti. Like Eminem has a restaurant in Detroit called
That's
Mom's
cool.
Spaghetti.
Or what would you go with, Brian?
Um, the only one of these movies that I saw, 8 Mile.
I'm going
Well,
8 Mile as well. I'm going 8 Mile as well. That's
I
one of
saw
my
both, and I like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but it was like kind of thing like people were overhyping the shit out of that was like so much.
Well-
It was so similar to other movies that already came out of China, and they
not only
just
that,
overhyped this one.
8 Mile was one of those like it was a cultural experience at
Yeah,
that time.
Brittany Murphy was in it.
Well, dude, Eminem was hot. Like, dude,
Kate Basinger. Yeah,
he was fresh off of the Marshall Mathers LP, which is arguably one of his
and he
best
could have
albums.
launched a whole acting career after this too, but he didn't. He just went
Yeah.
back to. It was very
Yeah,
interesting. He could have had a whole
But
nother
by the
career.
way, not that this has anything to do with these two options, but I recently watched Sixth Sense for the first time. Even though I knew the plot twist, like,
and it's good, right?
well, what I mean is watching it and knowing the plot twist, you catch things.
You could
Yeah.
probably get rid of Man on Fire. I didn't like that movie.
That movie was good.
I didn't see
All right, but it's nowhere near Rocky levels. Okay. All right.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I actually have Bigger, Longer, and Uncut over on the shelf there, VHS. But Rocky is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just such a great underdog story. Stallone was great in it. I think it's one of those perfect movies. At
Like
least
I've been to Philadelphia.
Taladia,
Rocky.
Brian.
Rocky. Dude, this movie right here. I don't know, just iconic. It was one of those movies, like it was so good and culturally powerful that it's still referenced to this day. Like they still making Creed movies, man.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a Creed movie without Rocky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just give everyone a heads up at 11. I'm going to probably have to end it because I'm getting tired and I have stuff to drive. CGH?
South Park.
South Park. Okay. Did you see
Never
Rocky?
saw Rocky.
Oh, man.
We
And
gotta
probably
do it.
never will. But
You and Kick Rocks. You didn't see Rocky?
Blame
God damn.
Canada.
Who and who?
I would love to see a Canadian version of Rocky, like a Canadian boxer.
it's just Rocky.
I loved South Park at the time, and don't get me wrong, I South Park movie was a huge cultural thing at that time as well. Like it was really odd that the show just came out 96, 97.
Mhm.
So it only been out for like a year or two before they made the movie. Oh, come on, get rid of that one. Okay, here we go. That one might be a little harder.
All right, we'll go with CGH first.
Come on, Batman.
I just
Begins.
recently
Across the board.
rewatched the Dark Knight trilogy,
Okay.
and
Did you see Total Recall?
my criticisms are still there. The audio is really bad with all three movies.
I
It is.
agree. The Dark
It
Knight
is.
Rises is horrible audio.
Yes.
And
So does
that's
they do the
my
Dark
only
Knight
criticism.
I have a lot of criticism for Dark Knight Rises, but that was one of the main things that took me out. Even in the theater, I'm like, you could hear Bane only in the back left right speaker. The way they threw his voice, it sounded like it sounded like ADR. It didn't sound like the character on the screen
The
was
freaking
talking.
music was just way overpowering.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
no.
Batman Begins still has the same problems with the audio. But it's still the best, second best one because Dark Knight is.
I
that
think
one.
Batman Begins is the best Batman movie ever.
I'll agree with that.
Not like as a
Yeah.
whole, like with the villain and stuff. I think there's been better movies like the first Batman with Michael Keaton. Joker was great in that. The Dark Knight Rises Joker shined.
I just like Dark Knight as a movie, like not just as a Batman movie.
No.
Right. And there was some great
Yeah.
stuff with the IMAX scenes at the beginning with the Joker. But as a just a Batman movie, I think bar none, Batman Begins is the best Batman movie, just focused on Batman.
Yeah, I agree.
But by the way, with Total Recall, the reboot that they did
wasn't bad.
I was all right with it, except for the lens flares. Like they gave JJ a run for his money with the lens flares.
Peak lens flare time, though, man. Everybody was doing it. If you didn't have lens flares and weird angles, like what were you doing?
Yeah.
Like that first Thor movie where they did all the angles.
Pretty much. half of the Marvel movies.
CGH is going Batman. I'm going Batman. Taladia.
I'm going Batman as well.
Yeah,
Brian.
Batman. It's the only one out of those I'll repeatedly watch. I love that movie.
I love Total Recall, but it's not.
Well, and not only that, but dude, Katie Holmes was amazing as Rachel Dawes. Damn you, Tom Cruise, for making it to where she couldn't be in the second one. Crazy son of a bitch.
CGH. Mean Girls or Hercules?
Hercules.
Okay. Brian?
Although I just tried to rewatch it.
I've never watched Mean Girls.
I kind of got distracted.
Mean Girls was actually pretty funny at the time.
Yeah, I've heard it was great.
I only saw it like once, and not only that, but back in the day, I had a huge crush on Lindsay Lohan. She was the it girl for me at the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mean Girls. And Tina Fey taking her shirt off. Hats off. All right.
Wait, that happens in this movie?
Oh yeah, dude.
I like Tina Fey.
I mean, she's wearing a bra, but still nice. And not only that, but like the actresses that were in it, like the other Mean Girls, they all went on to do other things. Like I think one of them was Rachel McAdams.
Ooh, I like Rachel.
Think. And the other one was she was in Ted 2. She does a lot of
Amanda Seyfried.
Amanda Seyfried or whatever.
Yeah.
So
all right. Well, Taladia?
Hercules.
I would go Hercules. I really liked Hercules at the time. I just never seen Mean Girls. I'm open to watching it. All right. Let's put something else against Little Mermaid. All right. Little Mermaid versus Die Hard.
Yeah. That one's easy.
No, it's not. For me,
I ain't turning my man card and saying Die Hard's better than or worse than freaking Little Mermaid. You got your mind? No.
Listen, I
will vehemently disagree
Christmas
with
music
Christmas movie.
Or a Christmas movie or no?
It's not a Christmas movie. It's a movie that takes place during Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie.
That's not. Anywho,
well, I will go first and say I love both of these movies, but The Little Mermaid, well, they both revolutionized both genres. Die Hard revolutionized the action genre. Little Mermaid revolutionized the animation musical genre. I just think now I'm second guessing. I'm going with Little Mermaid still because Little Mermaid had appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
Die Hard was very appealing to most people, but Little Mermaid was a phenomenon. So was Die Hard, but it was just that much more. And I think even Little Mermaid's even more rewatchable than Die Hard. I love watching Die Hard over and over again, but I would go with Little Mermaid. Taladia?
I'm going Die Hard.
Oh man.
It's a Christmas movie like the Friday after next is a Christmas movie. Okay.
Ryan, what would you said you're stick with Die Hard?
No, after what you said about The Little Mermaid, I was 6 years old when that movie came out, and
it was a phenomenon. It was one of the biggest animated ever.
If I could still do the intro to freaking Under the Sea, like, come on, man, that little stupid red ball before movies, the Disney sing-alongs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's because of this movie, bro. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Here's the real question for you: is Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie, or both?
Both.
So I'm gonna go with the Little Mermaid just because of the nostalgia factor. It'd be kind of like
It was great.
if you put the Beauty and the Beast up there, I'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast was like one of those movies that came out at that time when I was a kid that I watched the live action movie of it, okay? Just out of nostalgia. The one with Emma Watson, which wasn't very good.
Mhm.
I
I liked it.
mean, it was okay. I liked The Lion King better.
That's the last thing Emma Watson was in.
I like The
I
Lion
haven't
King
seen
a little
this
bit
one
better,
since-
but everybody shot on The Lion King, so I
She
was
was
like,
in a
okay,
few
well,
things.
I'm cool.
All right. CGH.
Well, Little Movie Perp would probably roast me if I didn't pick Mermaid. So
Really? I thought he'd be going hard for Die Hard.
Yeah, you would go hard for Die Hard. Yeah.
I don't know.
You would go and ho for it.
Well, I think. Well, what are you going with? Is it going to be a
Sea
tie?
is always greener. Somebody else.
You went Little Mermaid.
wait, is a tie an option?
Well, then we would go to the chat.
Because I would have said Bruce Willis just out of respect because of
Bruce
in
Willis.
passing.
well, he didn't
You're
pass, but he's like
Or no, he didn't pass. Sorry, damn it.
yeah.
He's just.
I mean, he's sick.
His mind.
No.
isn't- Yeah,
His
you
mind.
know what I mean. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bruce Willis's mind.
Not
Is that
yet.
what you-
No. Oh my god.
Anywho, I'll
Yeah,
offer
Yeah.
you.
Anywho.
What's
Jesus
picking there?
Christ, I'm sorry. Listen, I like Bruce Willis. I'm sorry
So
that
bad.
he's having issues. I actually, my memory is bad. I thought he passed, and I was like, no, the last update was that he's getting really bad. And I really hope he lives a long life. I really do. And it's very sad that you see his daughter. Talati's like, I think I should leave.
That's me.
Like,
Sorry, I apologize to the Willis family.
And
Yeah.
it's almost 6 a.m. where he's at too.
No,
So,
it's actually 3 o'clock in the morning.
oh Jesus
4 o'clock. Yeah.
Christ Almighty. Anywho, what you got there?
It's only 11:55.
Die Hard or Little Mermaid? What you got?
I'm just going a little. I'm going with his. He first picked Little Mermaid. Let's move on. I'm moving.
Oh, here we go. Same year.
Uh,
I'll take it. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
I never watched that movie.
You never watched it? All right, fine. You could put. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I would put. No, I'll do. We'll go against these. They're comparable movies. They're both from '97s too. So I will go Tomorrow Never Dies.
The name is Bond. James Bond. Tomorrow Never
No,
Dies.
no, say the name
Says
is
the Brit.
Taladia.
All right.
Taladia plays. Go ahead.
The name is Plays. Taladia Plays.
And you froze up. All right, Brian.
Okay, the Sheryl Crow song at the beginning of this movie, pretty damn good. Terry Hatcher.
Yes.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Yes, especially at that point in time. And not only that, but Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo. Woo.
And not only that, but dude, I like the
still
bad
got
guy.
it.
I thoroughly enjoyed the villain.
Elliot Carver.
Yeah, you got to think about it. Carver Media, like a media company, could cause a war. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that,
Actually, it's probably aged better. Yeah, I have to rewatch that.
yeah, I mean, honestly, if you put that,
Is that Elon's favorite movie?
anywho, yes, I will do Tomorrow Never Dies, because of all those things. But asterisk, I absolutely do love Good Burger. It brings back a lot of warm memories for me, even though they're tainted now, because of the people involved with those movies. Not Keenan or Kel, but other.
Oh, that's right.
Behind the scenes.
He was actually in this movie.
Who?
Schneider.
Oh, he was.
Dan Snyder was in this movie, and I think his buddy directed it. If I'm not entirely sure,
Yeah.
but anywho, at the time in 1997, I was at that age where Good Burger humor was my humor because I loved all that. That was a funny show. That was like geared to people my age, but Saturday Night Live.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like if you didn't watch all that back then, like I don't know what you were doing, bro. But because dude, Nick at Night on Saturday, late night Nick or whatever on Saturday nights when they had Are You Afraid of the Dark and all those shows. Like, if you didn't have cable, I understand, and I feel bad for you. Probably Max didn't have cable back then. Yeah, it was just that was where it's at. My Zennial heart is melting thinking about it, but damn it. Taint.
All right. CGH.
I never saw either of them.
Good.
but I'd probably,
Dude, you gotta at least go watch Tomorrow Never Dies, man.
I'd probably watch Good
Oh,
Burger.
I mean, I've only seen Fargo once, but I love The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh, Day After Tomorrow is a great.
That's one of my favorite Roland Emmerich movies. Just saying, like, it's better than Independence Day, in my opinion. Okay,
Can't
I
even
have it on
remember what
VHS.
happened in that one.
I got it on DVD.
VHS
I bought it on Amazon too. I got it on physical and digital. It's the one with Dennis Quaid and the global warming where they get like these giant hurricanes that envelop the entire northern hemisphere and turn it into an ice block. Yeah, it's really good. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal as a young man in that movie. The chick from Shameless, I think's in it.
Yeah. That's a great. I enjoy it too. So we're gonna end it with this one. So me and Brian are both going Day After Tomorrow. CGH.
Day After Tomorrow is the only one I watched.
Yeah,
But
I
I don't even remember what happened.
Yeah, I would say Day After Tomorrow as well.
Yeah, and if I'm going with Ghost Bumbles has a good thing. People underestimate Roland Emmerich. He made Stargate, Universal Soldier, and the first Independence Day movie.
Universal Soldier was pretty good.
He had a good run. I think he phoned it in at the end. His last
Well,
stuff is not
Moonfall
good.
was kind of trash. 2012, I think, was kind of the
2012 was good.
the peak of his stuff. I mean, I love.
Didn't it come out in 2012?
No, it came out like 2011, something like that.
So it was like when
He jumped the
everyone
gun.
was scared.
He jumped the
gun. Dude, Woody Harrelson in that movie is fucking classic. That's all I'm gonna say. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I love those kind of movies. It's like when humanity's backs up against the wall. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna get together, or are we all gonna fall apart? That's why it's like I think that's why I always enjoyed Independence Day so much.
Couldn't make those movies now. They'd be called woke.
Yeah, there's just too much division. You gotta understand after 9/11, around 9/11 timeage. I mean, I know that Independence Day came out before that, but anything that came out like after 9/11 was kind of like, you had that unity thing behind it, so it was kind of catches you in your
Spider-Man.
Well, my mom is messaging me, so we got to end it. She's like, "Where are you?
Don't mess with New York."
So thank you, Taladia.
You mess with
Brian,
one of us,
CJ.
you mess with all of us.
Thank you for the support of the show. We'll see you next week, probably.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'll be here next week.
Feel like
Hopefully.
You'd have a good one.
Possibly.
Peace.